farmers tough choices in coping with the trade war. Justin Knopp finished harvesting soybeans as November's first snowflakes started falling on his fields in Gypsum, Can. Then he did what thousands of farmers throughout the Grain Belt are doing. He got an application for some of the $12 billion in federal emergency relief intended to blunt the economic fallout from President Trump's trade policy brinkmanship. China, the biggest buyer of American soybeans, all but stopped purchases after the White House imposed tariffs this summer and set a retaliatory spiral in motion. The pronouncements and maneuvers in world capitals have reverberated through the kitchens and living rooms of farmers, who were targets in part because they are big exporters and core supporters of Mr. Trump. Some say enough already, it's a big gamble and the timing is horrible for us to be messing with trade, Mr. Knopp said. Other farmers are incredibly excited about what the administration is doing on trade and truly believe they'll come up with a better deal for us long term. I'm probably somewhere in the middle. I'm cautiously hopeful. The past year has tested the patience and resilience of Mr. Knopp, 40, who lives on the farm with his wife, Lindsay, and 3 children. For now, he is waiting to see what happens when Mr. Trump and President Xi Jinping of China meet at the Group of 20 summit meeting in Argentina on Friday and Saturday before deciding what to do with the rest of his soybean harvest. Here's what the past 4 seasons have been like. Fall 2017 planning begins, with an eye on U.S.-China relations. Trade frictions with China mounted through most of last year, but when Mr. Trump traveled to Beijing in November, the tone changed. The president piled praise on Mr. Xi, and blamed the United States for inequitable trade deals. It looked as if relations were warming, and the price of soybeans was floating around $9.90 a bushel. On the farm, Mr. Knopp was deciding how many acres of soybeans, sorghum and corn to plant in the spring to take advantage of an early order discount for seed. As a no-till farmer, he diversifies and rotates crops to create healthier soil, instead of plowing and relying heavily on pesticides. Those considerations play an important role in his crop choices, but so do calculations about what looks as if it will fetch the best price over the next year. Soybeans seem to promise a better return, so Mr. Knopp went ahead with increasing his soybean acreage. Winter 2018. Just one more thing to worry about. For years, family farmers have struggled with limp prices, tight credit and more extreme weather. Trade is just one more thing to worry about, Mr. Knopp said. Tensions heated up in January and February. 2 weeks after Mr. Trump placed new tariffs on washing machines and solar panels, Chinese officials began an anti-dumping inquiry into American exports of sorghum. Mr. Knopp said China's announcement was when the reality really sank in, that this trade war was going to have a significant impact on my farm here in the middle of central Kansas. Our local price that day dropped by, I believe it was 80 cents, he said. Just that one announcement from China decreased my potential revenue by 20% in one day. Soon, though, the price rebounded and even passed $10.50 by the first week in March. Spring 2018.